Right, I'm standing here with Jason Medi. You've been fighting a lot lately. You've been very active in the ring and you're getting good results. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. I can't wait for tomorrow, man. I've been preparing for this. I'm actually happy that it's going the way it's going. You know, they're giving me fights this year, and yeah, I'm happy.
Coming up against an opponent from Botswana as well, so a different fighting style that you'll be coming up against?
Yes, sir. This fight was supposed to be against Jackson Masamba. I know everybody knows who's Jackson Masamba, so I was preparing actually for Jackson Masamba. And then last week I got a call that he pulled out, so they changed opponents for me. But I'm ready, man. You know, I don't actually research on my opponents. I just hear that I have a fight, and then I just multiply my training. You know, I'm always in the gym, but when I know I have a fight, I just train twice hard, and that's what I did. Even when I saw my opponent's box rec, I never neglected him. I continued with the training, so I'm ready for him. I hope he is too.
I was going to ask that because obviously Jackson Masamba, a very tough man. You would be expected to almost maybe go the distance just because of just his toughness. Is it? You mentioned you didn't change your training for this particular opponent?
No, I didn't. I was training tough for Sizani actually, because I knew that he beat Jackson, and I knew that Jackson wasn't going to be too much of a problem for me, except that he's a stubborn fighter. He's always coming forward, you know. He takes punches very good, and I was planning on outboxing him the whole 8 rounds, and then they gave me those guys, so I'm just coming with the same game plan, you know, but sometimes the game plan can change in the ring, you know. So if it does change in the ring, I know how to work with it, and yeah, I know I'll come through victorious tomorrow, man. I'm certain about that.
I always ask guys, you know, when you, especially when you take a loss in your career, which you did right at the beginning, like quite a while back against Wellem, and you fought at amateurs as well with him, so you have a bit of history, if I'm not mistaken. Do you want to revisit that at some point?
I always want this fight, man. I want this fight. I believe that anywhere else in the world, I would have beat Wellem. You know, anyway, that fight was my fight. I wobbled him multiple times. He hit me back off the head. I fought, I think, from 4th round with one eye. I couldn't see on my one eye. But I feel like we need to fight again, Wellem, and super middleweight is actually my goal. That's where I want to fight. Light heavy is just because, you know, that's where the fights are coming. But like super middleweight is where I want to establish myself, and the first fight I want is Wellem. I really want Wellem. If it's here in Joburg, but just not in East London. I want him anywhere else, just not in East London.
Okay, so yeah, obviously that's a nice fight, and I think that we need to build up these fights as well, because you guys are both going to have great records, naturally being very good boxers, both of you. Just quickly back to your fight. I mean, are you anticipating your new opponent to go the distance with you?
I don't know. I haven't seen him box. I haven't watched him. I don't know how he boxes, but I know that he's got a good amateur. I saw he took Sportsman of the Year in Botswana in 2017, if not mistaken. So I have an idea that he's a good boxer. But one thing I know is that amateurs is different from the pros, man. You know, the heat is different, the pressure is different, the atmosphere is different. So I don't think he's gonna last 6 rounds with me tomorrow. I'm coming to stop him actually. So yeah.
And you got an opportunity to be in the venue as well today, taking a look around. I think it'll be the first time you're fighting here.
Yes, it's my first time, and I'm grateful, very grateful to Yanni and Tommy. They've always promised me that I'll get a shot here at Carousel Casino, so I'm glad that it's finally happening, and I'm not going to disappoint them. I'm not going to disappoint the fans that are coming up to watch. And yes, I just hope he gives me a good fight. I hope he's not a crafty, dirty boxer. Hope he's here to fight a good fight, and let's give those people a show tomorrow, man.
How's the work at the corner gym been going?
100%. Like you can see, I'm undefeated with him. I have 3 fights with him. This is going to be my 4th fight with the corner gym. I'm 100% with him. So the training is different. Everything is just different from my previous team. So I know that there's actually a good future with him here, and there's titles waiting for us. Yes, sir.
All right, fantastic. Jason, any last message you want to leave us with before you get in the ring?
With any message?
Any message before you get in the ring?
You know, these people must just watch me, man. I know that people underestimated me a lot, you know, not having too many amateur fights and starting boxing for the first time in 2018 and just coming up, and I'm actually still the underdog, but like I just want them after I beat Cizani, which I know I'll beat him very soon this year. After I beat Cizani, I know I'll get my respect, and from there we'll see what the future holds, man.
Thank you very much, Jason. Appreciate your time.
Anytime, Aiden. Nice to be with you again. Sweet.
See you.